We've got Cardano showing strength, and we had a breakout a couple of days ago on Cardano from this trend. So where is that going to leave us as far as the next projections are concerned? Because we know what the big barrier is for Cardano. It's been the big barrier for the whole of the bear market. It's this $1.32, and we've been talking about this for years on this channel. We've been following this chart for years on this channel. All of these emotions: optimism, belief, thrill, euphoria, complacency, anxiety, denial, panic, anger, depression, disbelief. We on this channel have been through every single one of these emotions. We understand the emotions of the market cycle. We understand the emotions of the Cardano cycle. So, where are we? We are in the hope phase. We need to be into the optimism phase. Then there's belief. Then we get to euphoria when we hit the top, but we've got a long way to go. We've got lots of emotions to go through before we eventually get there. So $1.32, that was the 38.2% retracement from this swing. What was this swing? This was the 2021 bull market high. So a conservative 38.2, that's $1.32. That is our next target to start breaking and taking back. Once we break and close above $1.32, we're going straight to $2 with little resistance all the way there. So have we got enough momentum in this move? Have we got enough momentum in this break for Cardano to actually push through to $1.32? And what would the next swing look like if we managed to push through with one big swing, a swing 3 with a pullback on swing 4 and an acceleration of swing 5 to break the 132? That's what I'm waiting for, but is it possible? We're going to use our Fibonacci. We've got our retracement on here. You can see we pushed up, we put in a new high. That new high told us a message. That new high took out the previous lower high. That's signaling a shift. Then what needs to happen? We need to put in a higher low. Where did we put in a higher low? At the 61.8% retracement of this swing, the golden number. So we can confirm that that's a higher low. How do we know it's a higher low? There's a high probability because we've pushed up, we've broken the 200 daily moving average. That was resistance. We've pushed up, we've come back down, we've taken the 200 moving average back. Now that is support. So above the 200 moving average, that's when momentum's on your side. That's when the bulls are on your side. That's why the push and the swings start getting bigger and bigger. So what we're going to do this time is use a trend-based fib extension tool from its swing low all the way to its swing high, understanding that this 61.8% retracement, there's a high probability that that's the low. Then we're going to look for extensions. Now, remember, one thing that we say is swing 3 can't be smaller than swing 1. Swing 3 can't be the smallest swing. So a 1-to-1 equal measured move, which is this, all the way from here, all the way up there, a 1-to-1 equal measured move would take you all the way up to here. 1-to-1 equal measured move. That's what a trend-based fib extension does. So you're going from the low to the high, back down to the higher low, and you're looking for a 1-to-1 equal measured move, which would take you here. That's $1.11. Now, we're not interested in $1.11. If it hits $1.11 and reacts from $1.11 and then rejects from $1.11, that's a little bit bearish, guys. We need to breach. We need to make this swing 3 bigger than this first swing here. So the next target that we're looking for is the 1272. Your 1272 is $1.22. So that's pushing us back up into this range, this rejection point, this rejection point. The higher that we're getting up to the rejection point and the more times that we knock on the ceiling, the more chance we have of breaking through. I think that we've got another couple of resistance barriers, but I think that we'll hover above this area here and then we'll ultimately break through. Remember what happens, guys, when you get to a resistance point. You get to a resistance point and you bring up your indicators. There's your stochastic. You're at a resistance point. You become overbought. So you're pushing up. You're at a resistance point. You become overbought. What needs to happen? The bulls can't push straight through there because they haven't got momentum. We need to come back and we need to put in a higher low. If we put in a higher low and the stochastic comes back down here, that's the bulls putting in a higher low and having enough momentum, enough conviction to be able to push through this barrier once and for all. So that's how I'm expecting to play it, guys. We're going to watch what the swing 3 is going to be like, making sure that the swing 3 is bigger than what the swing 1 is, giving us enough conviction that we're going to get a pullback. That's i.e. the bulls coiling up for the next move, pull back on wave 4, ensuring we maintain a higher low, and then pushing through and cracking through that $1.32 that we've been talking about for years on this channel now. So we're nearly there, guys. We're nearly there. This is looking rosy. We've had a break of trend. Things look good on Cardano. Let me know in the comments what you want me to cover next, and I'll see you guys in the next one.